So again, it's just great to be with you today, and I thank you. Um, I was going along in about 2006, minding my business, and I saw that movie, An Inconvenient Truth, and I said, "Oh my God, I had no idea." Anybody like that? Anybody saw that movie? I called Al Gore people, and they trained me up. I went out and I gave 43 of those presentations in about 10 months. But after I'd given about 4 of them, I said to myself, something's wrong here. There's some lie in this that I don't feel good about. And it was at the end that I didn't have something for people to do. Like at the end of that thing, people were changing their light bulbs, and I thought, that ain't going to do it. And okay, so let me back up a little bit. In 1994, by accident almost, I went to a conference of an organization called Results. Anybody heard of Results? Okay, a couple in the back, Results. I was just blown away by what I saw those people doing. There weren't but about 400 or 500 of them, but they were getting billions of dollars funded to humanitarian foreign assistance inside a foreign aid budget that was declining. They got humanitarian foreign aid funding for AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, basic education, microcredit, those things. Now, how in the world are they doing that? And I just wanted to be part of it. It's like, would they let me be part of it? And they would. And so come fast forward again. When I started giving those talks on the climate, I said, what we need is a method that I've been taught on lobbying the Congress on hunger and poverty. So I started looking around for an organization that was doing that. I couldn't find anybody. So I finally raised my hand and said, okay, I'll do it. I called just about everybody I knew. We met in the public library. There were 30 of us. And we talked for 3 hours. And we started this thing called Citizens Climate Lobby. Citizens Climate Lobby. I'm the founder and the president, okay? So we have 2 purposes. The first purpose is to create the political will for a stable climate. To create the political will for a stable climate. The second one is to empower ordinary people, little people like me, to have breakthroughs in exercising their personal and political power. So that's what we do. We train people up to have breakthroughs in expressing and exercising their personal and political power. Okay, so the political will for a stable climate. 2 quotes from Ban Ki-moon. Regarding global warming, the science is clear, the time is short, and the political will is missing. Okay, so how do you create political will, and what is it? One of the best quotes I ever heard, maybe the best quote I ever heard, was from James P. Grant, former director of UNICEF. And he said, and this is it. This is a punchline of what I have to tell you today. Each of the great social achievements has come about not because of government proclamations, but because people organized, made demands, and made it good politics for governments to respond. It's a political will of the people that makes and sustains the political will of government. Okay, I'm going to say it again, so it's so important. Think of the Berlin Wall falling down, the end of apartheid, the expansion of civil rights in this country, on and on like that. Each of the great social achievements of recent decades has come about not because of government proclamations, not because people in power saw it was the right thing to do, but because people organized, made demands, and made it good politics for governments to respond. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about a little bit about how we do that. And inside of this is that we are looking for team leaders, people who will lobby, who will organize teams in their neighborhood to lobby their members of Congress, House and Senate. And we have an introductory call on the first and third Wednesdays of the night. They are fabulous calls. They go for about an hour. And at the end of that call, if you're interested, just tell us, and we'll help you build, first of all, an inviting team around you. And then you can, and then that inviting team will put about 25, 30 people in the room. We'll fly out and give you a training on developing the political will that we're talking about. So, okay, so let's say that you did all that, and what would we do? First of all, I say that a lobby team in the district, in the hometown, in the home state is more powerful than any lobbyist in Washington. So, but you got to be organized, okay? And you need a team around you. You can't do this stuff by yourself. You need some people that you can look at, you can talk to, you can practice your what we call laser talks. You practice your laser talks with them. You can trust them, and they will go with you to see your member of Congress, House and Senate, and they will go with you to see the editorial board of your local newspaper, and with you when you call on important people in your community and ask them to go along with you. We have, for our lobby teams, we have a 1-hour call once a month on the first Saturday of the month. This is different than the introductory call. This is a call where people get educated, and we have the top people in this country talking to us. My congressman back here, Bob Filner, was our speaker this month. He gave us some great information. He's going to give that on a panel, I think, later today. Okay, so this next month we're going to have a scientist, Richard Somerville, one of the top guys in the country. We provide, Steve, raise your hand. So Steve was an editor of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and editor, and he provides all our lobby teams editorial packets. So you can take your editorial packet from Steve and take it to your editorial board. Go down there with a gang of people if you want to, and get these editorials, get your paper to take a stand for the end of this mess that we're in. Okay, so what else do? We do a lot. Let me see what I've left out. Am I gone on too long? 2 minutes, okay. Okay, we have a group leader call once a month, once a week, excuse me. And these are very exciting calls. I mean, people just love it. Our attendance on these calls is like, pretty close to 100% every week. We have 25 groups across the country right now. We're growing this thing at about 2 or 3 groups, lobby teams a month. They said that nothing's going to happen for 2 years in the Congress. I thought that's just exactly what we need to have 150 groups after the next election. So, okay, so I'm going to close. The old joke in Citizens Climate Lobby is, like me, before I joined Citizens Climate Lobby, I didn't know who my congressman was. How many of you know who your member of Congress is? This is amazing. This is really amazing. I didn't know who my member of Congress is. Now, my member of Congress knows me. You know me, right? And so, I mean, and my God, not only does he know me, but here he is. I mean, you realize I was leasing shopping centers, had no idea about this, and a few years later, here my congressman is, and I can pick up the phone and talk to him. Now that's where you got to be. That's where all of you got to be there. And we'll help you do it. And you can't do it by yourself. You need a team around you. Okay, thank you.